Hello and greetings, fellow painters. I am Tom, and I'm back as your host on this painting journey. Today we're painting a waterfall fountain in the Circle of Life Park in Galway, Ireland. All the way on the other side of the country from Dublin. It only took about 2.5 hours to drive across the whole country. And it was great to see the Irish countryside. I heard so many tales of Ireland and actually get to see where they all come from. It's pretty inspirational. The whole countryside is farmlands of all types. Cow, sheep, goat, horse, grain, corn, everything. Like huge amounts of farmland. We stopped in this one small village on the way for a meal, stretched our legs. It was amazing. People were lovely. Service was impeccable, not rude at all. I enjoyed myself. Had a huge ultimate breakfast, which is the same as an English breakfast, but they're not going to call it an English breakfast in Ireland. But they called it an ultimate breakfast, and it was delicious. It was awesome. Okay, now onto the painting. We stayed at the Salt Hill Hotel, right next to the Centennial Park, with the Circle of Life walk within it. And there are stones from all over, with a placard describing where each one came from, including some from Ellis Island in New York, which is where many old immigration stories traveled through for people looking for a better way of life, especially when the potato famine hit in 1845, 1849. 1 million people died of starvation. And those that survived made their way to America. And this rock was a piece of that history. And there's so many other pieces here in the park. I just wanted to highlight that one because the story holds. But there's so many. And I'm putting them up here so that way you can see that they're from all over Ireland. They're from all over everywhere. And a team went and put this together to show you everything that's coming around and all of the stories that this place holds. The Wild Atlantic Way is a road here on the west side of Ireland with all its twists and turns, high adventure. Driving on the left side of the road is not normal for an American anyway, and then even with driving in England for the last 9 months, there's no real preparation for that journey, so we went down for a wee bit and turned around, make it back so we could enjoy other entertainment that wasn't so anxiety-inducing. And, if you're a little younger, a little more reckless, go for it. Go have fun. Get a rental car and just take it. But I understand mortality. I'm not going to do that kind of craziness anymore. I'm past that part of my life. I'm okay with that. But back to the park. The park had the statue of a heron in the center, offered great reflection. The water would need to be painted a different color. That green was very unattractive, and I really don't want to venture into surrealism to try to make it more appealing. But I did have an inspiration for another piece. I may paint later in another series. This photo right here. And the photo I took told me a good solid story, and I'm quite keen on painting it in the near future. The water fountain by the bridge with the birch tree right there. The red maples sprigging up a little bit. Other bright colors allowed for a fun time to paint. Wind was howling today as well. Not many windbreaks on the ocean side of most places, and I've learned in my time on the planet, not many windbreaks. It's a great place to fly a kite, not so much for folding laundry. or any chore where you need to set something up and have it stay in one place, really. The park was wonderful. It was away from the harsh elements. There was plenty of windbreaks, lucky enough. I finished and wrapped up just before the rain kicked in, and that would have had me stop anyways. So the universe, as well as at least the weather, was on my side. I have a sort of conundrum in this painting I want to address with you wonderful people watching these videos. Two of my guidelines were in direct conflict with each other during this painting. Those being dark to light and big to small. Only way I could think to solve this conundrum to make sure I use thin to thick, the third guideline. That way I could successfully layer on each puzzle piece as I created it. The thick stuff is easier, just smeared on top of the thinned out paint without mixing it up or muddying up the painting. This helps defining with the separation needed for each shape. Remember, the rock isn't just one color or one facing or one shape. You should definitely mentally break down each object by what you see. The rock may have some moss or lichen on it, so it gets its own color and shape. The flat chiseled side of the rock is going to have its own shape and color. The edge will have the shade in its own shape, and if there's any cracks in the rocks, you figure out how to paint them in, give them some definition. The closer the object is to you, the more detail and definition it will have. The further away, blurrier, murkier, less defined that space may be. I also tend to keep the warm colors up front closest to me, the cooler tones further away. Creates an illusion of depth. And we need all the illusionary help we can get. Am I right? That's one of the key fundamental differences between a painting and a picture. A good picture will have everything in focus, everything crisp and clear. Some photographers will adjust their focal length, but phone cameras nowadays not able to do that. But as a painter, you have complete control where you want to keep your audience's attention when looking at a painting. And as long as you're painting your special world, you can make all the rules in it you want. Now, everywhere I've been to paint so far, especially here in Ireland, the people have been so nice, actually taking the time to watch what I'm doing and see how I'm going about painting. Some take pictures, some take video. All have been very polite, complimentary. It's been real refreshing and enlightening. Cannot stress that enough. Everyone that I've run across wants to see things being created. And if you have that in you, go out. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. It won't even be perfect the 100th time. And there's 99 lessons right there you've done yourself in between those two examples. So you can get going better. And the stress hasn't been bad yet to complete these according to my schedule. It's working quite well as I manage my workflow. And that, I think, is the biggest lesson I can impart upon you wonderful viewers. Your time management expectations. You really need to make sure you put together everything you need during your bad weather days. You shouldn't paint out in a thunderstorm or hailstorm. High winds are a little rough from my personal experience, but the better the weather, the better the mood you'll be in when attempting to accomplish your own feats. Sun brings better color to your environment, and it's hard to replicate that in a studio. So don't sell yourself short. You can do this. You can get out there. Just be prepared and know what you're going after. There you have it. Waterfall fountain at the Circle of Life Park in Galway, Ireland. Tune in next time we go someplace new to paint. We're leaving Ireland and heading back to England. Don't miss out. There's more adventures to come, so smash that bell and turn on notifications so you'll be alerted to all the upcoming content. And a huge thank you to those who already did. And I hope to see you on next time as you guys stay updated on all my adventures. I hope you have a great day. Happy painting. Bye.